Hello everybody, Jim Rowell here again. This short video is on listening like a partner and not like a critic. You know, there's a traditional Chinese word for listen, which includes characters for the ears, the eyes, the mind, and the heart. Chinese words are made up of characters that represent things, and they put those together to create words. So you really need to use all of these to truly listen to someone. You know, the word certainly doesn't include characters for mobile phones, emails, or scary boss or project due dates. So you really just need to listen with those elements. You know, effective listening is a fully involved experience that takes our wholehearted attention. It's looking, hearing, and feeling into another person's perspective and learning from it. It's an immersion in understanding. You know, a key principle for doing it well is to listen like a partner and not like a critic. So you need to think along those lines. You know, to do that, strive to understand the other person's perspective in their terms. For the moment, set your agenda aside. You can come back to that. Resist the temptation to defend it or advance it. Don't listen with your agenda in the way. Set it aside for now and just listen here. You know, why set it aside? Well, for one thing, to respond accurately, you need to understand accurately what it is you're responding to. You want to respond to the underlying meaning of the words and not just the surface level word. This is how to connect and build understanding, respect, and rapport and not create an intentional impact gap. Need to connect with what they really mean, not the personal reactions, defenses, or justification that their words might involuntarily trigger in you. To listen like a partner, also suspend for now that voice inside that we all have that wants to judge and evaluate. Take the microphone away from your inner critic. Remember, you can evaluate later after you understand what you're evaluating. You're not giving in and you're not giving anything away. You're just listening without premature evaluation, which can actually be embarrassing if you get it wrong. You know, I asked an architect friend once, I said, how do you design all these different aspects of a project? He says that he designs, the buildings, the courtyards, the landscapes, and all the criteria involved. And he points out that everything needs its own space. So think in similar terms about listening when working with your client or your team. You know, to listen well, try to create a space in your mind that is uncluttered with other things. Open up and let someone else's perspective in. You don't have to erase your own ideas or surrender your agenda. Just open a new space as you would turn a clean page in a sketch pad to draw a new structure. You know, picture a new conversation like a new design. And it's a co-creation. It's not a critique session. And that's listening like a partner. Get alongside of them, at least figuratively. Try to sync up with their ideas, motives, attitudes, and mindsets. You know, for this phase of listening, think of yourself as their partner in perceiving someone motivated to fully and accurately represent their ideas and interests in ways they would appreciate. That's the standard of success here, really. You know, can you yourself communicate what they think and feel to their satisfaction? You know, try it. Tell the person, I want to make sure I'm getting this right, or it's important to me that I understand. Tell me if I do. And then say what you've learned and see if they say back to you, perfect, exactly, you got it, or something along those lines. You know, listening isn't passive or reactive. It's creative. But we can't really create or really get that connection and understanding that's possible from real listening if we bring multitasking, preoccupations, or a preconceived agenda into our listening zone. You know, a great way of expressing this is when you're listening, try to make the other person feel like they're the most important person in the world. You know, you probably heard that expression. And it's not just a saying or a technique, it's the truth. It's a commitment. You know, I have a friend that often jokes, a fireman friend of mine. He says, whenever he walks into a place, he goes, the most important person in the world is in this room right now. And of course, he's talking about himself, and we all kind of feel that way too. You know, try to think that way about your clients and prioritize them as important. Try to receive their message and deliver that impact that convinces them you're listening. It's challenging to do so, and to get started, I want you to prioritize two people in particular over the next couple weeks. It's most important for you to focus on doing this with these folks. When you're listening, try to make the other person feel like nothing else matters in the world but them, and that you're committed to understanding their point of view, not your own, their point of view. And make it known. Say your intention aloud and to them in your own words. I really want you to make sure I'm understanding. Tell me if I'm missing anything. Then check in with them to see if you got it right. And always say thank you. So remember, in the listening zone, there's no defending yourself or setting them straight. You know, it's amazing how well you would listen if you were only allowed to say thank you. So give it a try over the next 2 weeks. Check yourself along the way and think, am I listening like a partner right now or a critic? And don't forget to always say thank you at the end. Thank you.